Hey, what's happening? Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, it was the usual morning. I was going through my news. At 2 a.m., I'm up, say my prayers, my meditation. I go through my news feeds. And then one phrase kept going through my mind as I was showering, shaving, and everything, getting ready to do this video. I was thinking about Tucker Carlson, J.D. Vance, Trump, Tucker Carlson. He just a week or two ago, saying that why would the U.S. support the Ukraine? What do they have to offer us? More or less backing Russia, the bully, the bad guy, because they're more to offer. In other words, don't pay attention to morals or what's right or what's wrong or things like democracy and stuff like that. Just what can we get out of it? Who's the bigger bully? And then I think of J.D. Vance saying just outright saying, I don't care about the Ukraine. And then Trump, these words are going to come back to haunt him forever, along with a whole litany of others. But he said that Putin's a genius for rolling into the Ukraine, and then hinted that would be a great idea. This scared the hell out of me. The implication I got was that he thought it'd be a great idea to use the United States military to roll into Mexico. And as I was getting ready this morning, as I was showering and everything, a phrase kept going through my head. I just kept thinking about being on the wrong side of history. It must get tiring being on the wrong side of history, like sending in the fake electors. It's coming to light now. There's some stories that the Trump administration themselves were behind the fake electors. I think it was about 5 states that made up fake affidavits, fake signatures, fake electors. False people that were not electors sent to Washington saying, we voted for Trump. Fake electors. It turns out now the Trump administration was behind that. January 6th, that went over like a lead balloon. And now this. The Ukrainians are putting up an incredible fight. And it went through my head this morning. How does it feel? So here's an interesting thing. CPAC, I think it was CPAC. I think it was last night, Friday night or Saturday night. Trump was at CPAC, and he changed his tune. You're going to see all these guys. This is what happens when you don't have morals. When you just go any way the wind, any way that looks like, just to say the right thing instead of sticking with your guts, with your gut feeling, with what's right, with democracy. Now all of a sudden Trump's talking up Zelensky in that phone call where, remember his perfect phone call where he said he was talking to Zelensky on the phone, and he was dangling missiles in front of Zelensky to defend themselves against Russia. He was withholding, and these had already been approved by Congress. So what he was doing was illegal. What Trump was doing, this is why he got impeached, was illegal. They were already approved. Money was already put aside. Send these missiles to the Ukraine to help fight against Russian aggression. And Trump says, well, wait a minute. Well, I'll give these missiles. I want you to do something for me first, though. The whole Hunter Biden thing, right? And now all of a sudden, when President Zelensky's looking pretty badass, carrying around the AK-47, saying, we're still here, we ain't going nowhere. Now all of a sudden, Trump is kind of pushing his way away from Putin, going over to the top. Whichever way the wind blows. How does it feel, man? How does it feel to have no morals, no guts, no muscle, no nothing? Can you imagine Trump doing what Zelensky did on the streets? Zelensky feel like I talked in yesterday's video. By the way, when I make these videos in the morning, I'm so focused on making the video this morning that I have not gone back yet and checked yesterday's video at all. I have no idea the views it got. I have no idea the comments it got. If it went over good, it went over bad, or whatever. I have no idea. And yesterday's video, I still feel it today. As a matter of fact, today, Yesterday I talked about Zelensky reminding me of George Washington, and I'm gonna see in a few minutes how it went over. Today I'm thinking about Patrick Henry. Give me liberty or give me death, right? Patrick Henry. Here in the Northeast, these stories of Nathan Hale was from Connecticut. These stories are very real because these people were from this state. You know, when you live in this area, it goes back a long way. And you know, for Republicans to say that the Democrat Party is a bunch of communists and this other stuff is when this is the home of democracy in this entire country. It's, you know, it started here. Anyway. Okay, so this morning, Patrick Henry, give me liberty, give me death. I saw two stories this morning. I'm going to give you, the links are going to be both of these down below. One's about a Russian grandmother and sunflower seeds. Man, I love these stories. The other one, I'll talk about this one first. This is the one that reminds me of Patrick Henry. Give me liberty or give me death. 13 Russian soldiers. Now, I went over this whole thing. I'm going to have the link to the actual video down below. When I saw both these stories, I thought they were just, you know, wartime rumors, you know, to bolster the Ukraine. But there's actual video of both these events I'm going to talk about. Actual video. These are, without a doubt, real things that really happened. Okay, I think this was Thursday. Black Sea. There's an island called Snake Island. Now, this is all new to me. And the Russian warships were going through a whole, I don't know what do you call a bunch of warships? Not a brigade. I obviously, you know, this isn't my pilot house. Okay, so they're talking on the radio, and there's the actual video down below. To 13 Ukrainian soldiers saying, look, we don't want any trouble. You know, we'd rather we didn't have bloodshed, just capitulate, put down your arms. And the Ukrainian soldiers, the words are all down below, translated. One Ukrainian soldier asked the other one, should I tell him to go F himself? And the other one says, why not? Or something like that. And then, so the 13 Ukrainian soldiers tell the Russian warships to go F themselves. Now, here's the outcome is, from all the reports, moments later, it all went dead and the Russian warships opened up and fired on these 13 soldiers and they were killed. I came across one article that says maybe they weren't, maybe they all weren't. I'm gonna keep up on that because I'm dying to know more about this story. Okay, that right now, if that's not give me liberty or give me death, man, you know, you see the entire world now backing the Ukraine. Like I said, you know, a couple of weeks ago, we had Tucker Carlson and all the Trump supporters. Screw the Ukraine. Russia's the big bad guy. They're going to roll in there, you know. And nobody, you know, they thought the Ukrainians are just going to all lay down their arms and welcome them with open arms and all this other stuff. No, man. This story, too, most of you probably know this already. They're not letting any men out of the country between pretty much any men, period. If you watch the videos, there's millions of people fleeing into Poland, I forget, Romania, and all the men ages, well, supposedly 18, but probably younger than that, 18 to 60 are expected or being forced to stay in the country and fight for the country, but they're not being, you know, I got video, I'll put a video down below. There's long lines of men waiting to sign up and get their rifles to fight. So this isn't you know, none of these guys are running. I love it, man. I love it. All right, now to the second story. I thought this was, I didn't see how this could possibly be on video, but it is. The video's down below. It was in The Guardian. A Russian, they called her a grandmother. I don't know how old she was. And the Russian soldiers are saying, look, just walk away. We don't want any trouble here. And the Russian grandmother says, here's some sunflower seeds. Now, I guess sunflower seeds are the flower of the Ukraine. I'm not 100% sure on that, but she says, I want you to put them in your pocket. So she uses, it's all translated. And I think she says the term, so when you lie down here, in other words, when you die here, they will grow in your pocket. You know, how freaking badass is that, man? Here's some sunflowers in my country. Put them in your pocket, so when you turn to fertilizer, they'll grow here, man. Man, that is historic. That's the bomb, man. To use an ancient phrase. Wow, I freaking love that. How can you not love that? So, as I was getting ready this morning, this kept going through my head. How can it feel to be a Trump supporter? To be one of those people a couple weeks ago, who cares about screw the Ukraine, Russia, Putin? You know, they're not woke. Yay! You know, and now, man, you know, it ain't looking so good. How does it feel to be on the wrong side of history over and over? It must be tiring. All right, you guys, have a good Sunday. I'll be back later with another video.